Sheer, complete, and right through. Her performance was a piece of sheer perfection on the stage. Temptress, a woman who tempts or seduces someone. She played the role of a beautiful temptress who captivated every man. Idol, a person or thing that is greatly admired, loved, or revered. The famous actress became an idol to millions of fans around the world. Hussy, an impudent or immoral girl or woman. The critics harshly called her character a shameless hussy in the play. Lewd, crude, and offensive in a sexual way. He made a lewd comment that shocked everyone in the theater. Lusty, healthy, and full of energy or desire. The crowd gave a lusty cheer when the star finally appeared. Sensational, causing great public interest and excitement. Her new look was absolutely sensational and caught everyone's attention. Contradiction, a combination of statements, ideas, or features which are opposed to one another. Her personality is a strange contradiction of angelic and devilish traits. Scattered, occurring or found at intervals or various locations. There was only scattered applause after her bizarre performance ended. Wrinkled, having small lines or folds. She looked into the mirror and noticed her wrinkled skin with dismay. Surgeon, a medical practitioner qualified to practice surgery. The plastic surgeon promised to restore her youthful appearance completely. Modest, unassuming, or moderate in the estimation of one's abilities. Please don't be so modest about your incredible talents. Incision, a surgical cut made in skin or flesh. The doctor carefully made a small incision near her upper eyelid. Delineated, described or portrayed precisely. The surgical line was clearly delineated on her skin before the operation. Medial, situated in the middle. The incision extends from the medial corner of the eye to the side. Canthus, the corner of the eye where the upper and lower eyelids meet. The doctor measured the distance from the lateral to the medial canthus. Cautery, an instrument or substance used to destroy tissue with heat or electricity. He used a needle-tip cautery to stop the bleeding during surgery. Glitter, bright, shimmering light, or superficial attractiveness. She loved the Hollywood glitter, but ignored the true costs of fame. Eviction, the action of expelling someone from a property. She faced an eviction notice after failing to pay her rent for months. Eternally, in a way that lasts forever or for a very long time. She wished to remain eternally young and beautiful without aging. Occasion, a special event or ceremony. She dressed elegantly for the grand occasion at the luxury estate. Ghoul, an evil spirit or phantom, especially one supposed to rob graves. He felt like a ghoul working late at night with dead bodies. Bloated, swollen with fluid or gas. Her face looked bloated and swollen before the magical transformation. Traumatic, deeply disturbing or distressing. The severe treatment was a highly traumatic process for her fragile body. Pointless, having little or no sense or purpose. Trying to hide her aging skin with normal makeup became completely pointless. Torment, severe physical or mental suffering. The mysterious woman claimed to understand her deep emotional torment. Restricted, limited in extent, number, or scope. Humans are permanently restricted by the natural laws of aging and decay. Overhear, hear someone or something without their knowledge. I managed to overhear their private conversation about the secret potion. Pores, minute openings in the skin through which gases, liquids, or microscopic particles can pass. The special cream made the pores on her face instantly disappear. Mannequin, a dummy used to display clothes in a shop window. Her skin became as smooth and unnatural as a plastic mannequin. Undertaker, a person whose business is to prepare dead bodies for burial or cremation. He left his surgical career to become a highly skilled undertaker. Unsurpassed, as good as or better than any other. His professional reputation in cosmetic restoration was completely unsurpassed. Glimpse, a momentary or partial view. She caught a quick glimpse of her old rival at the crowded party. Blushing, becoming red in the face from modesty, embarrassment, or shame. She discussed her romantic affairs openly without even blushing once. Sensual, relating to or involving gratification of the senses and physical pleasure. The mysterious potion gave her a powerful and sensual charm. Cruelty, callous indifference to or pleasure in another's pain and suffering. Growing old and losing beauty is considered nature's ultimate cruelty. Vitality, the state of being strong and active. The magical drink immediately restored her youthful energy and vitality. Potion, a liquid with healing, magical, or poisonous properties. She drank the expensive potion to achieve eternal youth. Sordid, involving ignoble actions and motives, arousing moral distaste and contempt. They refused to discuss the sordid details of how much money it cost. Phony, not genuine or trustworthy. He helped her stage a phony accident to deceive the public. Flaunting, displaying something ostentatiously, especially in order to provoke envy or admiration. She spent the evening flaunting her perfect new body in front of her rivals. Tranquilizer, a medicinal drug taken to reduce tension or anxiety. The doctor prepared a powerful tranquilizer to calm her nerves. Swerving, changing direction abruptly. The witness reported seeing a luxury car swerving dangerously on the cliff road. Tacky, showing poor taste or quality. He insulted her by calling her a cheap and tacky woman. Tramp, a person who travels from place to place on foot or a promiscuous woman. In a fit of anger, he called his wife a worthless tramp. Boozy, intoxicated, containing or smelling of alcohol. He had become a tragic and boozy man after years of marital misery. Flaccid, soft and hanging loosely or limply. Regular exercise can help tighten muscles that have become flaccid. Vicious, deliberately cruel or violent. She launched a vicious physical attack during their intense argument. Loathsome, causing hatred or disgust. He could no longer tolerate his wife's loathsome and arrogant behavior. Wimp, a weak and cowardly or unenergetic person. She shouted at him to hurry up and called him a useless wimp. Monstrous, shocking or horrifyingly bad. The two women committed a monstrous crime but suffered no permanent injuries. Stethoscope, a medical instrument for listening to someone's heart or breathing. The doctor used his stethoscope to check for a heartbeat but found none. Shattered, broken into many pieces. The severe fall down the stairs completely shattered her spine. Vertebrae, the small bones that form the backbone. The medical report showed that several of her vertebrae were badly damaged. Protrusion, something that protrudes from something else. A sharp bone protrusion was visible through her torn skin. Therapist, a person skilled in a particular type of therapy. The emergency medical team called a respiratory therapist to assist the patient. Defibrillating, administering an electric shock to restore a normal heart rhythm. The medical team began defibrillating the patient whose heart had stopped. Formaldehyde, a colorless pungent gas used as a preservative. He used a large amount of formaldehyde to preserve the damaged tissue. Turpentine, a volatile oil used as a solvent. He mixed the special paint with turpentine to fix her facial skin. Kerosene, a light fuel oil obtained by distilling petroleum. He refused to use kerosene because it would ruin the chemical adhesive. Waffling, speaking or writing at length without being decisive. Stop waffling and help me fix my broken body immediately. Wrecker, a person or thing that wrecks something. She called her rival a homewrecker who stole her husband away. Plotter, a person who secretly plans actions with others. They realized that the cunning woman was a secret plotter all along. Conspirator, a person who takes part in a conspiracy. He became an unwilling conspirator in their bizarre plan to hide the body. Brutal, savagely fierce, cruel, or violent. The physical fight between the two immortal women was absolutely brutal. Rational, based on or in accordance with reason or logic. He tried to remain rational while dealing with two walking corpses. Anonymous, of a person not identified by name. They feared that an anonymous phone call would bring the police to their door. Accomplice, a person who helps another commit a crime. She forced her husband to be an accomplice in concealing the crime. Outlook, a person's point of view or general attitude to life. Achieving eternal youth completely changed her psychological outlook on life. Blouse, a loose-fitting upper garment for women. She carefully adjusted her elegant blouse to hide the terrible wound. Horse, sounding rough and harsh. She spoke in a hoarse whisper after her neck was badly twisted. Inflict, cause something unpleasant or painful to be suffered. Since they were already dead, they could no longer inflict physical pain on each other. Snotty, conceited or arrogant. She despised those snotty friends who gossiped about her appearance. Envying, feeling objects of envy or resentment toward someone. She spent years secretly envying her rival's glamorous lifestyle. Blemish, a small mark or flaw which spoils the appearance. Her newly restored skin was completely perfect without a single blemish. Indignity, treatment that causes one to feel shame. He refused to suffer another indignity from his demanding wife. Humiliation, the state of being humiliated. Leaving the miserable house saved him from further emotional humiliation. Modicum, a small quantity of a particular thing. He packed his bags to leave, preserving at least a modicum of pride. Attired, be dressed in clothes of a specified kind. She was beautifully attired for the glamorous party upstairs. Completion, the action or process of finishing something. He viewed his masterpiece as the ultimate completion of his life's work. Named, permanently damaged or crippled. He worried about what would happen if his immortal body became maimed. Upkeep, the process of keeping something in good condition. Maintaining an immortal body requires constant and bizarre upkeep. Biblical, relating to or contained in the Bible. He lived a long life and became like a biblical figure to his family. Rugged, tough and strong. The surgeon was known as a rugged outdoorsman who loved adventure. Attain, succeed in achieving something. She sacrificed everything to attain a form of artificial perfection. Prankster, a person who plays practical jokes. Friends remembered him fondly as a joyful storyteller and a harmless prankster.